Bag number 7. I'm trying something a bit different here. I've moved my instruction manuals to be directly in front of me and kind of propped up. It's not the best situation for how they're sitting right now because it's a little bit flimsy, but I'm going to give it a try. This way I've got a little bit more real estate on the table for the parts. And you really can't see the instructions anyway, and I'm usually looking off to the side. This way they're right in front of me. So bag number 7, we're going to be doing what looks like to be the front bumper. So nothing too exciting in this bumper construction. It looks pretty cool. It's nice and robust, but there's nothing jumping out at me as being a unique feature. All right, the first part of the bumper looks like it can be attached onto the main car. Pretty sure this all goes onto these pins on the front. Oh, that was relatively easy. But another assembly, move it off. And this goes on here. So this must sit right in this pocket right here. Oh, maybe not. There's a bit of a gap there. Did I miss a piece again? I might have missed a piece because that should be, well, maybe not. Just kind of looking at the picture. It seems odd that there's a gap there. Let me double check. I did make a mistake. First mistake in a while. This should be underneath here. Because this should sit flat on here, right? That's much better. There's still a gap there, but at least these parts are now touching instead of being hanging off the side. All right, another couple assemblies. I was wondering why this bag of parts had so many of these tiny, I call them skates, because they look like, oh, the way they show that, they look like skates if you put them on the bottom of a minifig. They look like roller skates. There's a lot of them in here. And it looks like, from what I can tell, it's going to form the grille. Oh, did I put these on backwards? I certainly did. Yep. Yep. Now I gotta pull it all apart. Or it's gonna come apart just because everything's loose pieces. So these, I got these totally backwards. I should just be able to pull the whole thing off. Come on. Don't take everything off. Pull that out. That I can leave on. Put that back in there. So I forgot which was the front. So that has to stick out the front. So this needs to be there. And then this one needs to be here. Well, that's better. It's supposed to be bent this way. I had it the other way. Well, it wasn't too hard to fix. Now, how does this get attached? Looks like it sits right in here. Why does it not seem like it wants to fit? These are supposed to attach. All right, what am I doing wrong? These have to sit down on here, but it's almost like this is too big to fit in here. What did I do wrong? This whole thing, well, it is short enough to fit. So it should fit. Why? Is it just a matter of finessing all the pieces? Or is that just, did I somehow attach that incorrectly? It pointed the right way. Oh, that's why. I put these in the middle of this part, and it should be on the end of the part. So just moving it over that half of a stud should make this work now. Still tight, but now it fits. There we go. I can get this out of the way. Big, oh, we're building the engine. Well, that's cool. Let's get right to it. Didn't realize we were going to build an engine. It's a part that you never see unless you open up the hood, but nice detail nonetheless. Now, I've seen some engines have working pistons. This one won't. It'll just be more of a picture. Oops. that going to sit properly? There we go. Three of these parts are wheel hubs, like for car wheels. This is kind of interesting. Oops. So I wondered why there were two elastic bands in this bag of parts, but now I see it's to mimic the fan belts. How do these go on? Do they both go on that one part? They do. So these won't actually do anything, they're just decorative. Still kind of cool. Looks like a little engine. And that all sits right in here. Perfectly. Now we're going to cover up all those fan belts with some other parts here now. Well, I can tell what this is. I'm not a car guy, but that looks like a battery with your red and your black. And radiator cap, most likely. Well, the battery goes over here. And this sits over top. Just an impressive amount of detail in here. It's an interesting piece. Quarter circle. How does this sit in here? Oop. This must be a well cover for the wheels. Well, maybe not. It goes in the engine. So that goes actually... Well, it is kind of a cover for the wheels. It's just on the inside. This sits right in here. Right there. So there's going to be another one for the other side here. A big piece to tie the whole thing together and lock it in place. Cap off the ends. More headlights. Kind of a weird piece. It's rubber. So headlights snap onto the front. This, not entirely sure what that is supposed to represent, because again, I don't know much about cars. And a couple, oh, these are the battery leads. And where does it attach? Over here. Just gives a little bit more flair, just some cables in there. Well, that's the end of the bag, and I have a rather substantial piece left over. The rest of these I'm pretty sure are spares, so I'm going to get these out of the way. But this piece, all right, I got to go hunting. Where did I forget to put that? And again, hopefully it isn't somewhere in the middle of this set. Okay, I found it. And it's thankfully quite accessible. I missed putting this piece right here. So no harm, no foul. All right, that's the end of bag number 7, where we get some more detail to the front of the vehicle. So we now have the full length of the vehicle. It's, you can see it's quite long. We've got the front grille, license plate. Did I put the license plate on right way up? Yep, I did. We got lots of nice engine details in there. We got the fins on the back. Everything looks just so nice. See, I'm really impressed with this set. Much more detailed than I anticipated it would be. I'm going to have to put this in my display case once it's finished. Well, thanks for watching this part. We'll see you again on bag number 8, which will be the next one.